let's talk about bots real quick, because this is something a lot of people talk about, but I don't think anyone really understands the scale of it. Elon famously almost didn't buy Twitter because of the bot activity. He got in, and I think he got it on the inside, and he saw that, I don't know, a third of the traffic was bots or something. I don't know what it was, but it was high, and he tried to back out of the deal. Now, thank God they forced him to do the deal, but he overpaid, and he knows he overpaid, but I'm really glad he did for freedom of speech reasons, but he did. There's obviously a lot of bots in blockchain. Look, the Ton ecosystem is amazing, and Telegram is amazing, but a lot of people believe there's a huge chunk of bots there. But here's something nobody likes to talk about. There's a massive number of bots in the Google ecosystem. I spent millions and millions of pounds on ads. And when I ran my mayor campaign, I was jamming. And I was doing like people in the London physical area. But I am confident that there's so many bots in the Google system. And it's a dirty secret that Google doesn't talk about. And they basically charge us a 30% premium for all your ads because they're going to nobody. And so here I am targeting people that live in the greater London area to vote for me. But I know that probably a third of those were bots. And so this isn't just a problem in Web3. It's actually a problem in Web2 that no one likes to talk about. And the companies don't like to talk about it either because it's part of their business model.
They make money on it. No?
Yeah, and that's what I think a lot of people in Web2 who spend money on advertising don't even realize this. And it's frustrating because you kind of assume it wouldn't happen. So it's like, wow, I'm targeting a lookalike audience. I'm targeting people with over 60K in income. They come to my website, they don't do anything. Well, I wonder why, because a lot of them are bots. So talk about how important this digital identity is, because we're looking to a future where there's going to be more bots, there's going to be more AI, and defining a real person is going to have a significantly increasing value.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. And here's the thing, before I give the answer to the question, we're not trying to kill bots and agents, right? Because I think they will dominate the internet either way. And the thing is, with crypto, the bots start to have money accounts. So they're able to spend money. So we don't really want to cut them out.
Right.
We actually just want to
You don't dislike bots, just bot behavior or bad bot behavior.
If they're symbols, which is the word that we use in crypto, because it is usually used when someone is creating a large set of wallets. Usually bots automated things, and then they just spam your system.
Sybil.
SYBIL,
which is short for
Sybil attack. I don't even know what the English word means.
So it's kind of bad actor bots.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And well said, because there are good bots out there.
Exactly. They do transactions.
They have funds now.
Especially with AI, like with the agent economy, you get actually bots that are smart. They know what they do, and they now have private keys to a crypto account. They can spend money, and they can make decisions on spending the money. I know. So just think a few years ahead, right? That's why I say we not want to kill that economy. We have nothing against it. We just want to help apps to make sense of the data and to identify who's human, who's agent, right? That's already a question that I would like to answer for myself and for my business. And then how can I attract both of them? And what do I need to do that, right? So if we can help you to acquire the agents that will spend money on your platform, go with it, sure. And that will be possible as well. But we kind of need this way to identify who's actually a human, who's behaving like a human as well. And there's things you can read on chain that give you data on that. So we can do that. So it's basically just based on the footprint you leave, we can give an estimation on, is that possibly a human or possibly bot behavior? So that's not bulletproof, but it gives you an estimation of it. You can already make a decision based on that data, and it's kind of easy to come up with that. What's harder is to really have a bulletproof system that says, okay, this must be a human. For this, I need human interaction. I need the human to do something. So in our system, they need to set up their ID, and they need to start to on-ramp some off-chain data.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.
right? Because then they're verifiably human, especially as soon as they, for example, attest that they have a KYC check in Binance. Right? If you do a attestation or a ZK proof on top of that data point, you're most likely a human, right? You have that in your data backpack. So as we're bootstrapping the ID holder set in Solana ID, we're also bootstrapping the amount of verifiable humans, and then we can use that data to market to them if apps prefer that.
Wow. Okay. I think we got to take a moment and just understand that there's actually agents out there like, what is it? AI16Z, which is like the play on Andreessen Horowitz, has its own fund and its own agent, and it's out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's completely independent, but it's throwing around $10-20 million a clip.
I'm pretty sure there's human intervention.
I think so too.
I've heard a lot of smart people say that.
Right.
So without being too deep into the actual tech behind A16Z, the agent, I think it's the tip of the iceberg still. So even if that one is not doing like pure agent behavior, there will be one in the near future. Yes. So I think that's the smart.
But you could identify good robots or high value robots.
Yeah, just
people, and you might want the difference between the two. Because even if there's a bot who's throwing around, more investment than your big whale, there are people in your B2B ecosystem that will say, that's all great, but I need a human.
Yeah. So if you can create that data from us, that's cool. But we just don't, we want to use the same system we use for humans also for agents in the internet, because it just makes sense. As soon as they have more power about spending money, as soon as they came in money spending decisions, you want to market to them, right?
How bad are bots right now on Solana? I mean, look, there's tons of meme coins being launched on Solana, and now you've got all these terms like snipers and all these other things. And I've seen what look like really well-intentioned, great community meme coins just get killed from, I think, bot activity.
Yeah, it is definitely a topic that needs attention to be solved. It's not killing anything. It's not, it's not an existential problem, I would say at this stage. But we have big projects that are fighting with it, especially when they want to do token launches, new token launches. Then the snipers come that usually are able, because of their botted activity, to buy the token so early. They detect that the token is being created on chain, and they snipe a big amount of the token at a low valuation and have a big bag, and then they dump it at the top after the humans went in. Right? And then you lost against the machine. And no one wanted that really. Like, the project is not benefiting from it. The users are not benefiting. Only the bot makes money, and the human that is the master of him. Right? So that's a problem. And we're coming up with systems to do that, where we have fair launches that are a bit, better orchestrated. I think it needs a couple more months maybe on Solana right now, that we have better systems to launch tokens in a fair way without big snipe activity. But then the bigger problem as well is to have the Sybil attacks when it comes to airdrop campaigns, for example. So airdrops are usually a model that crypto projects use to get attention of people, right? I want you to use my application, so please do this and this and this, because then in future I reward you with an airdrop. But now, if a human sets up a bot farm, a Sybil attack, right? They just set up a lot of accounts that mimic these actions that normally humans are intended to do, and then the bots are farming the airdrop. And then as soon as I do my airdrop, I drop it to 5,000 accounts, but 4,000 of them are 5 bots, right? That are just created a bunch of wallets. And then it all flows to one human that actually doesn't give a shit about my product. He's just farming with his bot army, right? So we need to solve that problem for sure. And big projects like Jupiter, projects like Bonk, they are fighting with these things. They come up with their own kind of ideas of it, but we don't have a kind of chain agnostic, or for now Solana agnostic layer and protocol that solves it for everyone. So that's where Solana ID can come in as well and help with the distribution and identifying who's Sybil, who's not Sybil, who do I want to airdrop to.
So before they airdrop or before they launch a meme coin, they might come to you and say, give me the real people, and I'll only allow those wallets to connect.
Exactly.
That's big. Right?
Yeah. So at least it solves a problem that is right now burning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the problem's probably going to get worse.
The more smarter the bots get, I believe it's not getting easier, yeah.
How do you get out of a rat race? How do you create wealth not only for yourself, but also for the generations to come after?
I am absolutely amazed with the quality of companies that we're getting exposure to.
We go on to Zoom calls with the innovators and the folks who are building new applications in metaverse, blockchain, artificial intelligence, decentralized finance.
What's going on, everybody? Thumbs up if you can see me.
We are focusing
on early stage investment.
And the quality of people that we're getting exposure to, whether it be Dan Tapiero with 1RT, Jason Ma from Open, Yatsu from Animoca.
It's been a phenomenal experience thus far. It has far exceeded my expectations.
We are focusing on cutting-edge technologies.
I view it now as the best investment I've ever made. The upside, I view, is unlimited.
And as a retail investor, I would never get this exposure anywhere else outside of Investment Club.
See you in the Investment Club.